This nigga, man, look at this dude. That boy big as that boy talking about he ain't working out. That boy.
Yeah.
What's up?
You didn't know yet.
You know. DC the boys, Alabama Prison Profiles. What's going on with y'all, man? Make sure y'all like, sub, share, comment on video, Cash App, PayPal, Bama Prison Files. Hit that join button and become a member for $2, man. Say, man, yes, man. The video y'all saw in the video, the clip in the beginning, Pitbull has been released. You know what I'm saying? That's literally just pulled off from bro bringing him some shit they released him to the little, halfway joint. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long he has to be there, but I'm gonna try to pull back down on him tomorrow to bring y'all a video from him. Finally, that boy got released. Called me. I got a text message. I'm in the barber chair. I get the text message say, "Oh fuck, Nick." I'm like, who the fuck? Oh, that's my Nick. You know what I'm saying? Called him, chopped up. Of course he had a wild story for me. You know what I'm saying? Well, I just pulled a staff member. She done brought me the cell phone over to the halfway house. Bro. Please try to keep it on the straight and narrow. Y'all pray for bro. I'm gonna try to bring y'all something for bro tomorrow. Now today, man, first of all, if y'all hadn't checked out that interview I did with this man Kenzo from the Kenzo Files over on his channel, go check that out. And I'm returning the favor, trying to get bro channel some more motion, and I brought him on our channel, guys, to let y'all see what's going on in Philly, because that situation is dire as well. So without further ado, we got Kenzo Files. DC Alabama Prisoner Profiles. What's going on with y'all, man? I got my main man here, Kenzo from Philly. You know what I'm saying? If y'all hadn't checked out that collab we already did over on his channel, y'all go check bro out. Bro has a growing YouTube channel. I've watched all his stuff. He's got some pretty good stories. Kenzo, what's going on, bro?
What's going on, DC? What's up, man?
Shit, you doing all right tonight?
Yeah, man, I'm good. Just got done eating dinner, man. Falling back with the family. Life's pretty good right now.
Hell yeah, that's what's up, man. Well, shoot, I guess we can go ahead and hop right into it. So you say you're from Philly. What part of Philly are you from?
I'm from infamous Kensington, man, the place everybody knows nowadays.
So that's
Kensington, born and raised.
Yeah, you see, like I was telling my friend, I was going to interview you before I got over. I was telling him, like, Kensington, the place you see on TikTok and on Instagrams and stuff like that, of people like laying in the street, getting high and stuff like that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, man, it turned quick, man, because it wasn't always with the tents and shit like that. People posted up, just banging their shit on the sidewalk. It wasn't always like that, man. People hit a little better. Now they realize nobody's doing nothing about it. So they're like, fuck it. Why would I go anywhere? I'm just gonna do it wherever I grab it.
Damn. So I guess, is it really like what do they call it, an open air drug market type deal?
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's I haven't been everywhere, of course, but I can't imagine there's another place like it. I heard like San Fran's pretty bad right now as far as like tent city and all that, but I don't know if they got the getting high mixing with it. So yeah, it's as open air as you get, bro. Like you walk 10 blocks, you walk past probably 7 dope blocks. You know what I'm saying? So it's everywhere. Different crews on like I said, on each block they got a different brand, and it just goes like that.
Brand, like, so they like labeled like their packages like a different little, like you see on the TV shows and stuff.
Yeah.
That's real. Damn.
Yeah, you'll have some shit like Black Horse, Dr. Death, Blue Heaven. It used to be whatever shoes was popping, so it'd be like Nike, back in the day, Reebok, Adidas, whatever, whatever is pretty much popular, they call their shit. And none of that shit matters. All the people are looking for is what's the best shit. Who died last week off such and such a shit. Oh yeah, over there, that's where I'm going. And that's the type of shit that gets people put in the ground, unfortunately.
That's crazy. They want the shit that killed dude last week. They're like, oh, that's some good shit.
They want it bad.
So at what age do you think you kind of jumped off the porch and kind of, started getting involved with what your environment had to offer?
Probably 13. Started like really like because I was always into sports. Um, I went to high school, started playing sports, and then it was just like the dudes I grew up with, plus the dudes I met in high school. It was just like, man, fuck this school shit. So, you know, we started running around the street during school hours, doing whatever. Then it got to the point where I needed to start making some money for myself because I wasn't going to school, and my mom's like, I'm not handing this and that out if you ain't going to school. So I had to go out and grab a pack from whoever, and just it started like that.
So it's like, what did you first start off pushing?
Yeah, around that time, I'd say 14, like a little bit after I turned 14.
I was like, what was it? Was it like weed or something milder, a little at first?
It was pills and weed. I used to hang out in next door neighborhood called Port Richmond sometimes, and they were all in the pills, and they were on the pills, weed, powder, ecstasy. So I would try to go get all that and bring it over there and chill with whatever girl, or I would bring my boys over to play basketball. And we would hustle while we were playing basketball, and that caused some problems because they don't like dudes from Kensington, the dudes that are over there. So we would go at it with them on some kid shit, while we were pushing because they were also pushing and they just flat out didn't like us. So yeah, it was like little pills and weed shit like that. Um, I didn't start selling like the heavy shit until I was like 19.
Man. So it's like, when did you first end up getting locked up or
Oh five.
juvenile?
So see, I didn't have no juvenile shit, man. I got away with everything. Never, I ran from the cops and shit like that. Got pulled over, and let go and all that type of shit. Played it cool, but I no juvenile shit. I went straight to the majors. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just as soon as I turned 18, man, it was like I was glowing out there. Like, I couldn't stay away from the cops. Like the first kind of pinch, I don't even really consider it a pinch. Like I was grabbing I was grabbing a bag of weed, man, and the narcs, the jump out boys, they set up on the block, and I didn't know. Went there, grabbed a bag of weed. They pulled up on us. I ran, and I wound up getting ROR, which is you just promise to appear. It's like you pay no money for bail. I'm sure they probably got different terminology for it there, but yeah, yep, exactly. So but other than that, it was my real one was 2005, a robbery. I was born in 85, so I was 19, and yeah, it was a robbery. I told the story on my channel. It was some dude was in a bar, and my girl was there, and her friend and her cousin, and some dude kept coming at her cousin like crazy, trying to get with her and all that. She said she wasn't interested because she had a man. Long story short, he wasn't stopped, so they called me. I had a couple of my boys were sitting in the living room playing Madden and shit like that. Called me. I wound up going over there, had her draw the dude outside. Jumped out on him, just made up a problem. Like I didn't even tell him why I was there. Just made up a problem with him. We squared up. I dropped him and went in his pocket. I spiked his phone, and then I took his wallet, and me and my boys walked off down the street. Next thing I know, man, not even 3 minutes later, whoop, whoop, they pull up on us. I'm like, oh shit, I still got this dude's wallet, bro. Like I didn't want the dude's wallet. It was just a thing like all right, you're gonna come at a girl like that, so I'm gonna take everything you got. Like, what
Hmm.
the fuck are you gonna do about it? That type of shit. So yeah, that was the first real pinch I caught.
And so they took you to jail for that, charge you with robbery. And so, what was that process like, or like, what is the county jail up there that you went to, and is that rough or?
Yeah, so yeah, it's real rough. So they gave me $1,000 bail, which at the time I couldn't pay. Like I had
Mm,
no access to my money, and like some real friends were trying to get me out, but like they didn't have the money. They were saying, and I know they were trying and shit like that. But anyway, I had $1,000 bail, so nobody was paying it, so I was stuck in the county. So in Philly, first you go to CFCF, and
right.
that's the intake jail. So you go there, they process you, they give you a TB shot and all that, and you stay in quarantine. And after your TB shot comes back cool that you don't have the shit, they send you to whatever jail you're gonna be at awaiting trial. So I wound up going to the House of Corrections from CFCF, charged with a felony 3 robbery. And yeah, I went to House of Corrections, and that shit was 103 years old when I got there.
This is an
Old
old
ass,
facility.
yeah, it was an old ass dungeon, bro. Like they say it was like one of the oldest jails in America. I never, checked on that, but I believe it because like that shit was a fucking dungeon.
Mm,
So like first time I walked on the block, I got my bedroll and shit. I'm baby face. I got no fucking hair on my face. This and that. The young boy shit. I walk on the block and like it's a long ass hallway, like picture a prison movie. Like it's a long ass,
yeah, I
you
just
know.
googled this shit while I'm sitting here, and that shit.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
see like the pipes on the wall and shit.
Uh.
So I'm walking down the block, and I guess they always did this to like newcomers or whatever shit like that, like people that just got there or whatever. I guess they seeing a white boy, they don't know what I'm about. They're used to running a lot of white boys off the block, and they come up to me, and each one of them pulls a pencil out, and like acts like they're gonna bang me out, and like they're laughing while they're doing it, like trying to judge whether I'll be scared or not.
Hmm.
So I just looked at them like, the fuck you got going on? So I just walked past them, went to the cell the cop told me to go in, and my bid started from there. And yeah, man, it's a fucking dungeon, bro. Like roaches, rats, fucking you name it. But you got 160 dudes on the block, and
Damn.
they just open the doors and have at it.
They're like, what are the? I haven't got there's some wrote down, but what are like the COs like at the CFCF and the House of Correction?
So you got usually one on the block. So at CFCF you got one on the block with like I'd say 50, 60 dudes. So one CO for 60 dudes. But the House of Corrections, like I said, it's like as long as a city block. You might have two officers. If you don't have two officers, you ain't coming out. But you got two officers, but they're like a city block away. So like all the shit happens in the back. So if you ain't built to be in the back of the block, you better not be in the back of the block. And it seems like I always had myself in the back of the fucking block. So when I caught problems, had to rumble shit like that, it was always either in my cell or back on the back wall where the radiators were, because the cops can't even see that far. That's how long the block is, unless everybody starts gathering around, drawing attention and shit. But a lot of shit happens in the back of them blocks.
Kind of like that here in Alabama too, with like the back of the dorms is about like the police don't even go back there. Like you can
There's
be
always a
chilling up
blind spot.
anything can be happening to you back there. It's like they're not going back there till like count time or something like that. Till they have to come in there.
Nobody can hear
Um,
you scream.
I done heard the altercations on you. Did you have any that you wanted to speak on? That's at the House of Correction specifically.
Oh man, there's a lot of them, man. So I'll give you one that I'm getting ready to do a video on. I'll probably just drop it on here. So
Oh shit, exclusive.
yeah, so there was this older dude in my cell, man. He had to be about 5'10", 180 pounds. my cellie and shit. And one night, because you got light switches, you control your own lights and shit like that. My light's on and he's in there. So somebody walks past my cell looking for me, and he's laying in the bed in his underwear, like in his tighty whities, like, which is a no. And they're like, you don't just fucking lay around like that. So dude came over, he found me. He told me, yo, man, what's up with your celly, bro? Like, does he rock out like that? So rock out like what? He's like, he's in there in his duns. That's what they call him, like the Superman dun, like that type of shit. And I'm like, what? He's just laying there like that? So I walked to my cell and shit. He's behind me. They're grinding me up because they're thinking like I'm in a fucking cell with a dude asleep. I'm like, he don't do that shit when I'm in there, bro. So I walked in. I said, yo, my man, you need to tighten up. But in Philly, you get that shit together. Like, nah, that shit ain't gonna fly. So I'm like, dude, you need to tighten up, man. Like, can't do that in here. Like, you ain't gonna be laying around like that. Oh man, I'm so sorry. I didn't know it was a problem, this and that. So I started gathering like little things about this dude. He was weird as shit. So I got him out of my cell. So I'm like, man, me and this dude ain't gonna go. So I had time in on the block. I had over a year on this block fighting my case. So I got him out of my cell. He went into somebody else's cell. Now, this is when you being soft and you have to put in work goes wrong, right? So he goes in another cell. So with me noticing this weird shit about the dude, I wasn't the type of dude that would really call home about people and say, yo, check this dude out. But one of my boys did, and he wind up having a young girl scrape charge.
No.
So it came back, through whatever search for, I don't know how the hell he found out, but it was legit. So we're like, what the fuck, man? I'm like, this dude was in my cell, so I'm heated. And I'm like, right off rip, I'm like, I'm getting ready to trash this dude. But like that would be such a bad look, man. Like I'm 6'3", and at the time I was probably like 230. Like and I would have just like ragdolled this dude, right? So the dude in the cell was another white dude. So he's on the block, so we pull him aside and we pull him in the TV room. We're like, yo, bro, this is what your celly's about. He's about this, that, and the third. You got to handle that. Now, it usually don't go down like that. Like, usually it just gets handled. But like I said, I didn't want to put hands on this. It would have been fucking, I would have looked crazy. But anyway, so we're like, yo, you got to go handle that. He's this, he's that. He's like, man, I knew that dude was weird, this and that. He's like, he's probably pulling the same shit in the cell with me. He's like, man, but I'm trying to go home, bro. I'm not going. I can't do nothing to him, man. I forget what he was there for, like a retail theft or something, stealing from the store. But anyway, so we're like, bro, he's got to get handled, and he's your celly. Like, what's up? You really ain't gonna handle? Like, you'll get the fuck off the block if you don't handle. We didn't run each other off the block. Like enough white dudes were getting ran off the block. We weren't gonna run. It was a bluff. He didn't. He was like, man, I can't do it. I can't do it. So I said, fuck it. Went in there, stormed, boop, boop, boop. Hit through it a couple times. I didn't do him too dirty. I said, if you don't pack your shit and be out of here in 20 fucking minutes, I'm coming back. My man drug his whole mattress, whole commissary bag, whole everything he owned up to the CO. But you don't got to do all that. You just got to walk up and say, I want to get out of here. The COs will pack your shit. But he brought everything that belonged to him up to the CO. Like, yo, get me the fuck out of here. Who put hands on you? Oh, I don't even know. The CO was like, who put hands on you? Oh, I don't even know. Yeah, you better not know, motherfucker. I don't know how, like, nobody caught this shit. And I don't know how he didn't go straight to PC because that's usually what happens. But, just shit like that, like, it's a free for all. Like when I call it a dungeon, it's a straight dungeon, bro. Like on some fucking Escape from Alcatraz type looking shit.
Yeah, man. I was getting my hair cut today, and my barber did like 7 years here, and he was telling me like there's this case that's been on CNN here about this young girl named Mahogany. I forget her last name, but she was done really, really bad, assaulted badly. They've charged like 5-6 people with capital unaliving, rape, sodomy, all this time. He was telling me how they're already, have been sent to the hospital from the county jail, and that he doesn't believe that they're gonna make it 5 years, like in prison here. Like,
Exactly. Like that dude, Chris Watts, you probably heard that shit, like
yeah,
unalived his whole family and all that. Like they had to move dude from Colorado to like Wyoming or some shit, like, so, where it's a little softer and all that. Because dudes in Colorado, because he was in the hole, I heard dudes in Colorado was like, "Yo, man, we ever get our hands on you, bro, it's over for you." So they moved him out of there real quick. Yeah, they don't fuck around with that type of shit, man. And that's one thing, like, everybody got to respect prisoners for. Like, I don't care how you feel about, people that's been locked up and shit like that, but like, they don't go for the same shit you don't go for.
man, that's crazy. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section, man. Part 1, you know what I'm saying? Part 2 coming soon. I don't know when I'm driving it. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next day. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all go over to Kenzo Files and subscribe and tell them DC from Alabama Prisoner Profiles sent y'all over there, because bro, videos are just as good as anybody else's. You know what I'm saying? I really mess with this stuff. Really trying to get him to drop some more content. So y'all make sure y'all go show bro love on my face, as well as like this video, share this video, comment on this video, donate to the Cash App, hit the join button, become a member for $2. I got all type of shit I need y'all to do, man. You know what I'm saying? DC the boys, Alabama Prisoner Profiles.